Hey guys, it's me, Sasabob, and the other day, something truly terrible happened to me. You see, I was doom scrolling through TikTok when I came across this video here.
Wow, purple Nike visor floating here? Check that blueberry interior, absolutely insane!
And I thought, wow, what a truly awful video. So, just like I do whenever I find any interesting video, I saved it for later. You know, just in case I want to make a video about it later down the line. Well, turns out that was the biggest mistake I've made since I invested in those underground food markets in Wuhan. You see, from the algorithm's perspective, it thought, hey, we see you like AI slop videos. Well, guess what? Here's a whole bunch of them. So for the next couple days, I just kept getting these stupid AI slop videos showing up in my For You page, and it pissed me off so much, I decided to make a whole YouTube video about it. Now you might be thinking, wow, that's a really petty reason to make a YouTube video, and yeah, you'd be right. But you know what? We all gotta have our limits, okay? I mean, you wanna kidnap my dog? Be my guest. You wanna threaten my family? Psh, homie, that's water under the bridge. But you come from my For You page. That's where I draw the line, you sick fuck. But this particular strain of AI slop is all originating from the same place. That being a man named Kwebbelkop. And the thing about Kwebbelkop is, before he was an AI slime farmer, he used to be like an actual content creator.
My friend Jilly and I are testing every YouTuber product in Minecraft. From Mr. Beast Feastables to Logan Paul's Prime, we have no idea what these items will do.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't exactly the highest quality content, but it was content nonetheless. And he actually amassed a pretty sizable fan base doing this, his major claim to fame being GTA 5 challenge videos to do with his friends.
Come on, hurry up.
Come on,
hurry up.
please!
I made it, guys.
I made it.
Oh, I made it too.
I made it.
Woo!
Get up.
Oh,
Get up.
no!
Wait, Jelly didn't make it. Jelly didn't make it.
Oh my god, I got
Jelly,
so
you made.
But somewhere along the way, he decided to go cuckoo for AI Cocoa Puffs and converted all of his channels into AI slop factories, which went about just as well as you could have expected.
Which is such a goofy thing for him to keep spitting out. What story are you telling here, Kwebbelkop? The story of how Scrooge McDuck found a way to make even more money off minimal effort with AI tools? You're not telling a story. You're making Let's Plays and trying to replace yourself in there so you don't actually have to even do the bare minimum of playing a game and talking.
So now that you guys are all caught up on the lore, let's take a closer look at some of this revolutionary new content, shall we?
Wow, that watch glows like lava. Is it forming a fiery shield? This looks insane.
So in my opinion, this is the dumbest thing about the whole AI reactor thing. I mean, it's obviously not a person with opinions, so its only form of commentary is describing what's happening, which is, in this case, wow, look at that watch, it's melting. Damn bro, that's crazy. And for some reason, the AI seems to like have some sort of melting fetish or something. Because like half the videos are just random objects melting while the AI is narrating the fact that they're melting. And to show you guys how predictable this is, let's watch one together with no audio and just make an educated guess on what they're gonna say. Alrighty, we're on his TikTok page here. Let's just go ahead and try to find a random one. Here's a good one. It's like some Legos being melted down with a blowtorch, and I bet it's gonna be something stupid like, oh wow, look at these Legos, they're being melted, so many cool colors, ooh, oh wow.
Wow, that Lambo? That meltdown's insane. Look at colors, so bright now, that goo glows. What?
Okay, I think the fact that I was even kind of close proves my point. I mean, I wish I could be more critical about this aspect and say that a human could do a better job, but have you guys ever seen those SS Sniper Wolf videos where she does this exact same thing, where she just watches TikTok compilations and then narrates what's happening? I swear to God, it's one of the weirdest things you'll ever see.
It's minus 57 degrees.
Minus 57 degrees.
Yep, that's what he said. Yep.
I can't even imagine how cold that is.
And I
Thank you for that input. Let's. What do you actually have to say?
tried to pour a can of Coke.
You try to pour a can of Coke?
Stop repeating. Stop repeating everything they say.
Alright, so AI, congratulations, you win this round. But before we all go surrendering to Skynet, let's take a minute to hear from these satisfied customers, shall we? This is just sad, bro. Just wrap it up, Unk. What has he become? You might also notice a lot of the comments saying the same thing, which is that you, Obito? Which is a Naruto reference in which one of the main characters, Kakashi, barely recognizes one of his childhood best friends because he's become so twisted and corrupted. Which I think is a really poetic way of his fans saying they miss the old Kwebbelkop, and that's just kind of sad. But as fun as it might be, this isn't just a video of me slam dunking on Kwebbelkop, because as you guys might have noticed, AI content as a whole has been on a rise. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, the internet lost its collective mind when the most viewed video on TikTok was an AI glass fruit cutting video. I don't know why, but this seems kinda weird to me. I mean, hey, call me old-fashioned, but I prefer my ASMR the traditional way. I mean, why would I be watching this when I could be watching ASMR wife divorces you roleplay?
I think I want to get a divorce. Okay.
I mean, this level of AI slop is nothing new, but I think where it starts to turn into a Black Mirror episode is when they focus on a single character and start to give it the illusion of personality. I mean, I'm sure a bunch of you guys have probably seen those AI Bigfoot vlogs.
Alright guys, today we're chain smoking cigarettes and eating some good grub out here in Redwood National Park. Let's get weird.
Damn, Bigfoot, I didn't know you were chill like that. Now listen, I think we can probably all agree that AI Bigfoot is a cool guy and probably a great hang. But people don't hate AI because of AI Bigfoot, but rather because of what AI Bigfoot represents, which is the separation of creativity from inherently creative work. Which kind of begs the question, what is art without the artist? Now, the question of whether AI art is real art or not is a very polarizing one, and I think that most people would firmly argue, no, it's not. But allow me to play the devil's advocate for a second. I know, but hear me out, okay? You see, back in 2023, there was this weird limbo period where AI could generate images, but was still struggling with video. And during this awkward period, there existed a YouTube channel called Demon Flying Fox. Now, what made Demon Flying Fox so special is that they were really the first AI content creator to incorporate moving images synced up with voice lines. I'm not sure if you guys remember this or not, but they were pretty much single-handedly responsible for that Harry Potter Balenciaga meme.
You are Balenciaga, Harry.
Honestly, a couple of years ago when I saw those clips for the first time, I was pretty impressed. I had never seen AI move like that, and people in the comment section seemed equally impressed. And I think if you were to ask me in that moment, I would have said, yes, clearly this is some form of art. So I did some research, and given the technology at the time, this was most likely made with a combination of 3 different AI tools, plus some sort of editing software to put it all together. All that to say, clearly some amount of effort went into making this. But nowadays, people are able to produce even higher quality AI videos with a fraction of the effort, which I think we can all agree has less artistic value. But that kind of leads me to my main point of this section of the video, which is the art the final product, or is it the effort that went into the final product? I think an easier way to think about this is within the context of modern art. You know how some modern art pieces will just be like a black square and a white canvas that somehow sells for millions? Yet, to a normal person like you or me, I think we could all agree that something like the Mona Lisa, for example, inherently has more artistic value because of the time and scale that went into crafting it. But to sum up this weirdly philosophical rant, I would say, yes, AI art is still technically art, but in the same way that a black square on a canvas is technically still art. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but if what Kwebbelkop is doing is still technically art, then what's the problem? Alright, so the dead internet theory. Now, there are really 2 main interpretations of the dead internet theory. The first one is a semi-unhinged conspiracy theory stating that since 2016, most of the internet's traffic is actually just bots designed to influence and control the masses. But the less unhinged version is less of a conspiracy theory and more of a prediction for the future, in which, as AI becomes more advanced, it will slowly replace content creators and then eventually the viewers themselves. And then a majority of the internet will just devolve into AI bots reacting to AI content. Which, that's weird. That kinda sounds like a friend of ours we know. Now listen, I'm not trying to say that Kwebbelkop is actively rooting for a dystopian nightmare, but I do think his actions are inadvertently promoting this future, if nothing else than by presenting a proof of concept. But before you have an existential crisis about all your favorite content creators being replaced by clankers, let me at least give you my opinion, which is, surprise, no, I don't think AI will replace all content creators, or at least not anytime soon. And it has nothing to do with AI's flaws. In fact, I would actually say it's because of its lack of flaws. To fully explain what I mean, you have to first understand, why do we as human beings like to watch other people do stuff for entertainment? And the simplified answer is conflict. And I'm not just talking about in a strictly UFC let's bash each other's brains out type of way either. This conflict can take many forms, whether it's interpersonal conflict, physical conflict, or even internal conflict. My point is, it's entertaining to watch others overcome some sort of struggle. Now, where exactly am I going with this? You see, as human beings, we are inherently imperfect, and it is within these imperfections in which conflict arises. Why do you think people like to watch reality TV so much? You put a bunch of good-looking assholes in a villa together and conflict is bound to arise. But how does this relate to AI? Well, let's use an example like Twitch streaming. Now tell me, what would you rather watch? Kwebbelkop's AI doing a no-hit run against Melania while saying things like, wow, she's so fast, or a real person fighting Melania so many times until they crash out and smash their controller? Now, that might be kind of a niche example, but you see what I'm trying to say? Flaws create conflict, and conflict creates entertainment. I guess to summarize this whole video, my point is, in the end, it might just ironically be humanity's flaws that save us from the AI apocalypse. Or, who knows, maybe not. I'm just a guy on the internet, what do I know? But hey, thanks for watching to the end, especially considering most of this video is just me yapping the whole time. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like the video, or if you want to prove that you're not an AI, you can always go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Either way, thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces, folks!